Hey guys, so I'm going to do something a little bit different than I normally do. This will be a record review. Now, I'll start off by saying that I don't consider myself a critic by any definition, and that I'm not even going to end this with like a rating or a score or anything like that. It's just, I think I'm pretty much only going to review records that I like. So if you see me reviewing something, that means I think it's good and I think that you should check it out. So that being said, this first one that I'm going to be reviewing here is the debut studio record by Soccer Mommy. It's called Clean. It's on Fat Possum Records. Just came out a few weeks ago, either late February, early March of 2018. It's got 10 tracks. It's indie pop, indie rock, singer-songwriter, mostly electric guitar actually. Even if it's just her, she doesn't really go for the acoustic. She'll play solo electric if anything, so I got the version that's on just standard black vinyl. There are a couple different colors to this. There's like a silver and maybe like a lavender or something. Black is the only one that's still available, all the others are sold out. And in terms of the pressing quality, I'm not sure where it was pressed, but it's decent, you know. It's not perfect by any means. It's a pretty standard weight, maybe like 110 grams, something like that. But it was a little dusty when it came, because it came in one of these pretty standard paper sleeves, which are common now. They're super cheap, and most record labels go for these for their more standard releases. I always do appreciate it when you get a polyline sleeve, which Fat Possum has done in the past. I've definitely bought like a Townes Van Zandt thing from them that had polyline sleeves, and not that it matters too much, because as soon as I got it, I took it out and put it in one of these nicer Disc Keeper sleeves. So, Soccer Mommy is this project by Sophie Allison, this girl from Nashville. She just started, you know, making music like lots of other people in this generation do. They start just recording songs in their bedroom, posting them online, to Bandcamp, to Tumblr, SoundCloud, whatever, YouTube. And she just kind of got bigger and bigger in her local scene in Nashville, until eventually she got picked up by Fat Possum, which I think is a good fit for her in terms of label mates, and fills a nice kind of niche in their roster. But back to the packaging, pretty standard single sleeve here. Comes with this nice insert with a great photograph there, and lyrics and credits on the back, and of course the download card, which I already used. And the songs, the one we're listening to right now is called Cool, second track on the record. It ends with this really great instrumental part where the pitch kind of shifts down and adjusts actually the kind of melody of the song. Take a listen real quick. Just kind of slow the tape down, change the pitch a little bit. Thought that was a really unique little moment on the record. And I would compare her, if you know groups like Japanese Breakfast and Mitski, maybe even I would compare them to girl groups from the 90s, girl indie rock groups. Except I think Sophie's the only woman in the band. Yeah, Sophie Allison, Julian Powell's on lead guitar, Nick Brown's on drums, Gabe Wax, piano, synth, mellotron, bass, guitar, drums, programming, and percussion, and Roger Kleinman on piano and synth. All songs by Sophie Allison. So she's got a full band on this record. Obviously you can hear the bass and drums and lead guitar going, and you know, I think they do a good job. I think especially all this stuff with the drum programming, any synth or keys or piano or anything that comes in as a nice touch to the record that I think kind of sets it apart from something like something a little more common, I guess. It adds a little more of a unique flair to it. I can't really complain about any of the music. It's pretty much right up my wheelhouse. In terms of songwriting, the lyrics are all good, they're all personal and emotional, and pretty straightforward, not that there's anything wrong with that. If I had to complain about one thing, I do wish the subject matter was a little bit wider. It's your pretty standard fare in terms of talking about relationships and, you know, and love and acceptance and things like that. Not that acceptance is too common of a songwriting trope or anything. The song "Your Dog" is about it's a good metaphor for not wanting to be in a relationship where you're treated like a lesser or like a pet or something like that, which is a good good sentiment for the times. And I think it's the songwriting, like I said, is good. I just wish there was a little more variety, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This song is probably the best example of a unique kind of take on the subject. But all the songs are good. The track listing here is Still Clean, Cool, Your Dog, Flaw, Blossom, and parentheses, Wasting My Time, Last Girl, Skin, Scorpio Rising, and Wildflowers, which if I had to pick a favorite track, it might be the one we just listened to, which is Cool. I also really like Wildflowers at the end. Still Clean is good. Last Girl, Scorpio Rising, they're all good. They're all good songs, is what I'm trying to say. If you're into indie rock like this, definitely give it a listen. You can get it from Fat Possum or her Bandcamp, which I think is the same price both places. It was $17 and then like $4 with tax and shipping, so it was like $21 shipped, which is, you know, a good value for prices for records which seem to be going up and up. And I really have no complaints for that price, especially. I do wish that it came in a poly sleeve, but that would probably bring it up to something like $23 or $24 shipped. And packaging is great. Pressing is decent to good, and music I think is 10 out of 10 for the year. I think it's probably one of my favorites from 2018 so far. Don't really have too much else to say. It's just gonna be a quick video today. So thanks for watching, you guys. If you don't know my channel, I have a thing for this little thing called a Vinyl Community on YouTube, which is just, you know, a bunch of people talking about the record collections, music they like in general, and stuff pertaining to mostly vinyl. People show tapes and CDs and things. And if you're watching this from the VC, I appreciate you you bearing with me as I try something kind of new. Yeah, we'll see if I do some more reviews in the future. But again, this was Clean by Soccer Mommy. Really great record. Like I said, one of my favorites of 2018. And that's all I got for today. See you guys.